Let's go. Week 2, season 4, I believe. We beat the shit out of Washington 47-10 in week 1. Looking to do the same against these punk asses. Let's go. Philly gang.
It's the Cowboys and the Eagles under the lights on Sunday night.
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in week 1.
2 division games at that. This is really important. We gotta go fast. Let's go. Bird gang.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here,
Defense.
the Cowboys,
Let's
they
get it.
too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
2 teams here, each off to
See the
1-0
Saints put
starts
it
as
down.
this one is
Steelers
underway on EA
24-3.
Sports.
This is Sunday night prime time.
Here
Oh,
comes a return from just beyond
let's
the
do
goal
return.
line.
Ooh.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by
Whack.
much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store.
Dakota
as the Dallas
Prescott.
Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And how about the
Okay,
toughness
no
of Dak
picks, 2
Prescott? We
touchdowns.
see it
Decent.
all the time on the
Impressive.
field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury? Would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week: 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the
Prescott
film, we
still
saw
hasn't
every
been to the
kind of run
championship,
from him,
even in
didn't
my
we? We saw
franchise.
some power, we saw
Dylan's been
finesse,
the
we saw
fourth.
speed, and what I love the most,
Getting 2.
he finished each and every run.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Pollard. Still good.
Damn. That's
Inside the 20.
That's sorry. I underestimated.
Tony
Let's go.
Pollard, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point forthcoming. And
Definitely
this is
can't
up
lose
and
now.
good to
Before
make it
Hero was
7-0
watching.
Cowboys.
Just noticed Daddy's playing football.
Scoring summary: 3-play drive, and the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You look at this Cowboy defense. They're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
12 more yards there and another first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
How about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed?
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 112 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
That's a pretty
Chiefs beat the shit out the Raiders.
Sack in the opener, adds a second one here.
41-0, and that's a division game.
Determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Second down, Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Brewer. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Running right, it's Pollard. There he goes, right side. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after here coming up. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, You'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to...
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles are back within a score.
They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
Do you think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Niners, it may be.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
And out now come the Cowboys.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Throwing, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Carpenter. A big play here for Dallas. 43 yards.
I don't understand why they're so confused.
Through one quarter,
Dallas' momentum is so fucking high. Like, this is bullshit. That's what's killing me is the fact that their momentum is so high.
Started the second quarter, and it's the
My
Cowboys
guys on over
in
plays, they're
possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. He's going to find Edwards open downfield. Touchdown! Brian Edwards, 32 yards. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
And out now come the Eagles. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Hurts sets up to throw it. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and run here with Swift. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
I
always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
First down, and they go with Swift again. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Elliott good with a PAT. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Prescott from the gun. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down.
think this might be it for him. Man, I'm surprised he's
Fielded
still
at the 20.
playing.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Eagles will have it taking over first and 10.
Comeback.
Wide
So we got the momentum
A.J.
down. It should be
Brown.
good.
He and the rest of his mates returning to the field here.
Here's the
He's been good
field.
so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter.
This will take the lead.
Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down. But
Just a second sooner, that would have been a touchdown.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, Hurts. He finds his man complete. It's Watkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Two chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, no one wants to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Throwing is Hurts. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2.
Back. That's why. That's what we need in this situation.
As we step aside here in this second quarter. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he will take this one in for the Eagle touchdown.
What I said. Chuck this ass right in there.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. Elliott on for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So that drive goes 8 plays. And Kareem Hunt on to finish.
Well, what did he call the timeout? So I can make a good coaching decision in a key situation. That's why.
Here, 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carpenter. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake the block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll throw again. Prescott. That's into the hands of Edwards. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Oh, that's good. Nice. Touchdown. Let's fucking go.
Touchdown, Eagles. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Elliott now to add the extra point.
This is a good ass game. Eagles Cowboys. This is how it should be every time, basically.
Explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. Prescott over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A first down throw for Prescott. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Prescott down. Drops this underneath for Pollard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Well, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Good defensive call right there, because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Hurts going to move him around. They'll look to throw again. Steps away to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Man open left side is Brown. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Take a bathroom break.
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. And we...
And we're
Alongside
back
Charles Davis
with
operating guard,
chicken
getting
and
set for
rice
quarter
heating
number
up
3
in the
here.
microwave.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Eagles offense and A.J. Brown headed back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So this play, until recently, only something you probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can
I may actually end up making Kareem Hunt my starter. I'm not gonna lie.
Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to
Way
see
more
those guys
impactful,
coming
just way
and
more
get down
leverage,
before the
even
big
with
hit
time.
occurs.
I also have Ezekiel. Damn, I should be playing Zeke in this game. I might save him for the in Dallas game. Because Kareem Hunt's killing it.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. They'll look to throw. His short throw caught by Goddard. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he'll get this down to the 32. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith. His second touchdown tonight as his guys are able to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you got to get plenty of contributors. But that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks. To extend the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Brewer. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He finds his man, complete. That's Carpenter. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And again, it's Prescott. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. It's Devontae Smith and the Eagles ready to go on offense. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 10. Touchdown. Chris Watkins. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep.
Yes, that is Quez Watkins. Yes, the same Quez Watkins that we really had in the team. He's a beast. Nice.
I think every single one of the guys.
Once my boys get going,
they all have those types
it's damn near impossible to stop. We beat Washington last week 47-10, and it's already 45-28. Yeah, we let them score a lot, but we about to blow the shit out of them. Yeah, it's over, man. Dakota is due for an interception. You know how he does in real life. He does it on the game, too.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Pollard going to try the right side. Fights through him. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Boy, 175 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Prescott on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Here's 3rd and 3. To throw is Prescott. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly
a win
what
as far
they
as
did.
I'm concerned. As long as they can get him
Maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of
still
scores.
down 2
And at
possessions.
this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after it's
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking
was
him
almost
up there,
costly.
that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. From the 21, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Elliott. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 42. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Zeke going to get it on the option. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good. Even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense, they actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Quay Walker.
You talk too much shit. 2nd pick, the 3rd of the season.
Just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up
7
a
and
turnover.
3.
Yeah, they're running a
That's
crossing route here,
still
and the
pretty good
idea
ratio.
is
7
to get
touchdowns,
defenders
3 picks.
confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused. And here, he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them.
but sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and
It's bound to happen. I guess that's what Dakota does. First of the season, it's against us. My guy Reed Blankenship.
Had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him out to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
7 yards there and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Hurts fumbles it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And that ball popped free. We could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Racing to the end zone. And he takes this.
Dakota really loves to throw pick sixes. He's big at noon.
Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. CeeDee Lamb, touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 75 yards. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just want...
Hurts fumbles it, and they'll begin by running the option. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Hurts sets up to throw it. Got a man. It's Brown. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. But probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This will be caught once again by Brown. Touchdown, Eagles! A.J. Brown with his second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles are on their way to a 2-0 start. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This video is most likely going to cut off.
He'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the
less than a
25.
minute now.
The Dallas
That's before the video. So if it does, you already see the score. It's 59-38. We're about to be 2-0. 2-0 overall. 2-0 in the division. 21-point lead, even if they score whatever.
Swinging, but in the end, I think
He
we saw
doesn't
the
like
writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Edwards. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now they got to get to the line quickly. A second down throw for Prescott.